The start of evictions at the Jungle homeless camp today ended with a deadly shooting by Seattle police. Como's Joel Marino looks at what led up to that fatal confrontation and the public outcry that followed.
People opposed to these encampment cleanups brought their anger to the mayor's doorstep, scrawling messages right outside like "Stop the sweeps" or "Without shelter, people will die."
Housing first! Stop the sweeps!
With these protesters lacking numbers,
Stop the sweeps!
they made up for it in passion.
If you want to go ahead and leave the mayor a message out here on the sidewalk, I highly recommend you to come up here, grab a piece of chalk, and have at it.
These homeless activists marked the Seattle Mayor Ed Murray's house and spelled out their anger over the evictions carried out in the jungle, where Seattle police killed one man today.
Yeah, I heard about 5 shots go off about a half a block away and about 20 cops go running down there.
Crews were undertaking a long-planned cleanup at the sprawling homeless camp when 2 officers spotted a knife fight and tried to break it up.
It appears that it wasn't related to the police officers encountering people, asking them to move on, or this was coincidental that the officers happened to on view an altercation between 2 people.
One officer opened fire and injured the suspect. He later died at the hospital, while the second suspect is being treated for apparent knife wounds. The 2 officers, a man and a woman, were to be questioned by detectives, but the chief says the shooting would not change plans to evict the remaining campers.
I think it underscores the danger in this particular area.
The mayor has dedicated $12 million to help deal with the homeless crisis in Seattle, which now counts nearly 3,000 people without shelter citywide. In Seattle, Joel Marino, Como News.
Cleanup crews are racing to clear out the homeless encampment known as the Jungle before the rain turns the place into a muddy mess. And today they were out picking up mounds of trash and cataloging belongings that have been left behind. Como's Jennifer Sullivan is live at the Jungle with an update on the cleanup and the deadly officer-involved shooting near that camp. Jennifer?
The dump trucks rolled in and out of here for hours, heading to a virtual ghost town. The last few stragglers headed out of the Jungle early this morning. Cleaning up the Jungle has been planned for months, but now it's a race against the rain. More than 40 city workers, joined by hazmat cleanup experts and WashDOT, are working carefully but quickly to get a good portion of their work wrapped up before the wild fall storm hits late tomorrow.
Next few days have us a little bit nervous, but we've been hauling in gravel and material continuously. We want to get a good chunk of the road laid out, materials brought in as much as we can do. Of course, we're going to have to wait out some of the storm.
Though the Jungle clearout started yesterday, work was halted after an officer-involved shooting. SPD says an officer shot and killed a man while breaking up a knife fight at the encampment. 2 officers are on administrative leave. Neither of them have been identified. With permission to get back to work, teams of fluorescent-clad workers descended on the site early this morning. Every team has a different task.
Our goal is to try to collect and safeguard people's personal possessions that they may not have the ability to take with them when they leave their campsites.
City crews cataloged and boxed up photos, medical supplies, and anything valued at more than $25. It was a precarious mission because of the mounds of hypodermic needles and human waste mixed in.
Some spots are just, kind of a dirty campsite. Other places where we have piles of needles. We have large piles of garbage. We have human waste. It's not a great place to be.
How WashDOT and the city plan to keep people from moving back to the Jungle is the big question. WashDOT hopes serious pruning and road building will dissuade the tents from returning and creating another encampment full of drugs, violence, and trouble. The medical examiner's office just identified the victim shot by police as 44-year-old Michael Taylor. We're still awaiting for additional details from SPD. Reporting live in Soto, Jennifer Sullivan.
Task force set up by Seattle's mayor is finalizing priorities the city needs to follow before removing homeless encampments. Como's Matt Markovich tried to get answers to failed sweeps right now and got an interesting response.
This mini tent city on 2nd Avenue has been cleared many times. How you doing? Remember me? I've been here before. Last time, 10 days ago, when a sweep by the city fell apart midway through when some homeless didn't want to leave and no one forced them to leave.
You didn't want to go, right?
No, I didn't want to go.
So you decided to stay?
Where am I going to go?
Some of the people I met that day are still here. Did they tell you why they're going to let you stay?
No, I've been on for that.
They never say? Since August 11th, there have been 344 new reports of illegal camping in the city. For the last several weeks, the Unsanctioned Encampments Cleanup Protocol Task Force, a citizen group of volunteers appointed by the mayor, has been meeting to develop new protocols to remove encampments like this one on 2nd Avenue. So as a group, I asked during a public comment period if anyone could explain what's the plan if someone doesn't want to leave.
What about enforcement? I'd love to have you guys answer with that with me if you want over there. So I'm making that public appeal right now.
Then this.
I thought our ground rules were that press inquiries were directed to the co-chairs, which today would be you. Was there? But
I got the laughter, but afterwards when I tried to talk enforcement to members currently involved in the cleanups, they declined. The chairman reluctantly spoke to me.
I'm hopeful that we can get to all of the issues, the protocols, how protocols are followed, those kinds of things. Whether we will or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm here by choice.
She says there's now a new tactic on 2nd Avenue.
Police woke us up earlier this morning talking about we can't be here, our kids can't be on the sidewalk.
Did they do anything about it?
They made sure we all got the hell up and left.
But she and others come right back after the police leave, and this merry-go-round between the homeless and the city spins for another day.
A controversial proposal in Seattle could turn public parks into homeless campsites. If City Council passes the camping legislation, tents could be popping up in parts of Discovery Park, Green Lake, and Kubota Gardens, to name just a few. Como's Suzanne Fawn takes a closer look.
Picture the homeless camping in green spaces and city parks like this one that has lots of people saying, not in my neighborhood. You can spot their tents and their camps in and around Seattle, and now some people worry those camps could show up in parks if a proposed camping legislation is passed. The legislation looks at turning some parks, greenbelts, and sidewalks into places for temporary homeless encampments. And that could include Lawton Park in Magnolia.
They play on the swings?
David Gomez, a father of twin 9-year-old boys, says he's angry and worried.
There's not going to be enough facilities. They're going to be allowed to camp in these public places that are utilized primarily by children. It's going to create a hazardous environment for them.
I don't think it's a perfect solution.
Juliana Soltis of Magnolia knows the homeless problem is a complicated one, but doesn't think that allowing camping in parks is the answer.
I think that Seattle, as a city that's experiencing a great amount of growth, needs to look at much more serious and progressive solutions.
In Magnolia, Suzanne Fawn, Como News. Thanks, Suzanne. A special committee hearing on that proposal will be held next Friday, October 14th.
They call him Sonny. He's lived in the jungle for 6 months.
That's my home. I'm not leaving. City can't do it. No, they're going after my home, so that I'm protecting my home. They're the enemy.
As the homeless and their supporters marched in from one end of the jungle, police officers and city demolition crews waited at the other. One side had a mission, the other had a job.
They're going to drag me out of here. I ain't walking.
You may offer the opportunity to leave willingly. If you do not leave, you'll be arrested for criminal trespass. Again, you have 3 minutes to leave the area.
And so those of us who don't want to get arrested are going to go across. Those who are going to risk arrest, stay here. And we'll support you. We'll be at the jail. Write your names down. To get you out as quickly as possible.
I can't resist. I am following the teachings of Thoreau and Jesus Christ, and I intend to treat these officers respectfully, as long as they treat me respectfully.
Okay, sir, we gave you an opportunity to leave. Would you like to leave again? Would you like us to escort you out, sir? Okay, so you're under arrest for trespassing?
Got anything to say, John?
One by one, they were taken out. A few walked, most didn't.
To destroy people's homes when there's a housing crisis in Seattle. Use the money for affordable housing. It could be you! It could be you next!
Some had already been there. The city hired these former homeless people to help clean up the camps. A few of them cried as they went in to do the job. As they went in, Sonny was taken out.
Taking me out of here alive! I'm coming back!